Where do I even begin? Just yesterday, so I'm at my sister's place. We're sitting down for dinner. And I'm telling them about the game I'm going to be playing tomorrow, aka Quest 64. And, my niece... my niece is... I know why the Earth Element is broken, but again, I've beaten this game before. My niece is like, why would people pay you to play that game? Because she knows how I stream. So why would people pay for that? And I'm like, well, that's a complicated topic, kiddo. But have you ever watched, like, a show where someone's just obviously upset and like, ah, and it's kind of funny to watch? I'm pretty sure that's why people paid for this. I think they just want to see my expressions as I slowly descend into hell. I think that's the appeal here. Come on, there we go. Let's go down this green staircase. Remember this green staircase for me, please. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like there was kind of a camera control, but not really. Okay, green staircase. Okay. Remember this green staircase. Oh, an NPC, and they even have a name! Gellus! It says name right there. That's how you can tell there's 100 named characters. So, here's the only character in the game. Shannon. Hello, Master Apprentice. I'm Shannon. I've been traveling hither and yon all over Southland. I see you're setting out on a quest, too. I trust we'll run into each other along the way. Now, I know this is the N64, but I'm only bringing this up because for some reason, this is mentioned in every discussion about Shannon. Apparently, she's a total hottie. Sure. I have kind of started looking for positives. Enemy variety. And the reason I'm putting that under question mark especially is because the enemies are only really diverse visually. So every enemy in the game that isn't a boss has the exact same spells list that they can pull from. Yours. So every spell that they cast is a spell you learn in the game. So, combat-wise, encounter-wise, there's no variety to the enemies. It's just which element do they happen to use, and which spell or two of yours that they happen to use. That's it. The bosses are the exception there, because the bosses do have unique abilities. Some of them, not all of them. Like Guilty has some unique spells, and I am really turned around at this point. I think I'm going the right way. It's kind of hard to tell, if I'm being completely legit. Okay, Pika, that's an interesting question. So the way you just phrased that means that you think Mario 64 sucks. Because you just phrased that even Mario 64 is better than this? As if Mario 64 is such a terrible game that it's difficult to find a game worse than Mario 64. Can I ask you to clarify that sentence? That's true, Malachor. This game, it's just, you could tell the devs really cared about this game, and there was a lot of obvious passion on display. I really love it when game developers really bother to show those little tiny attentions to detail. Like making it so that you hear the first 10 seconds of the music looping every time you restart a particular sequence. I just want to get to the next town. I just want to get to the next town. Can I please get to the next town? I am still only in the 5th zone in this entire game, by the way, if you're paying attention at this point. Yep, acknowledges our dad. Plus a story. Music. I can't even hear the footsteps. Leveling agility! It kind of does. It kind of does. It's like a perfect fit. It's just weirdly appropriate. Hang on, let's go level our HP and our defense, because that's the other thing we gotta level. Let's find some were-rats. Ah, that'll do. Hellhounds will do. Hellhounds will do. Oh, this game. Some games are bad because they're rushed. Some games are bad because they're badly designed. Some games are Quest 64. This is the quality streaming you pay for. This is exactly what my niece was asking about last night. Why would people pay for you to play this game? Well, yeah, you get so many things in this game. By the way, Roxy, if you know what you want to put that towards, please let me know. So many things in this game could have been a positive. And I don't think I ever realized that until I was reviewing it today. Until we sat down and started discussing some of the mechanics and the structure of how the game is designed. The ability to dodge spells? That sounds cool. The ability to level up specific elements and specialize or spread yourself out? That sounds kind of cool. The ability to retain your stuff as you die? That sounds kind of cool. The ability to always warp back to town sounds kind of cool, and just so forth and so on and so forth and so on. And none of these are positives because all of them have some issue with them. All of them have some kind of flaw, which I've been describing as we go, that prevents it from actually being good. Yeah, as I've said so many times, Drakengard had heart. It did. You could tell there was care and effort put into it. This game doesn't. That's the simplest, easiest way I could say that. But yeah, haven't you played an RPG before, Alex? We're trying to save the world from... Okay, real talk. In this game, I know who we're trying to save the world from, both the real answer and the fake answer. In-game, neither of those people have even been hinted at. And if you've been paying attention, I've been going out of my way to talk to every single NPC in every town, just to make sure that if there's nothing I'm missing, like if there's some random dude somewhere who hints at the evil king, for example, or the god of greed, then I could count that. But so far there has been nothing for any of that. We're not saving the princess. No, she was supposed to join our party and be a total badass, but I mean, we can't have that. Having a party? That's... What do you think this is, 1997? Alright, hang on. We're actually going to try a different strategy here. Oh my god, literally none of them hit him. Wow. This is an interesting situation. Okay, so, real talk. Yesterday I was playing a subtraction game with my niece. It was part of her homework. And she asked me to play it with her. So, as part of the game, you roll 2 d6s, and then you add them together, and you want the largest number possible. So naturally, I got 11, which is 2 1s, and 22, which is 2 2s, multiple times, because my dice luck is just that bad. Is the water lowered now? Yes, okay. And camera. Work with me. Help me to not make a bad movie quote. You know, I've gotten the comment in the past. I don't really get this comment anymore. But I've gotten the comment, I understand why he cheats, but I wish he'd spent the time to actually level and grind on camera. I don't understand that, personally. That sounds like insanity to me. But whoever said that, this stream is for you. All the grind. All the time. No cheats. No pushing through it. Just the old-fashioned way. See you around, Blue Hero. Spoiler alert, it will not. I know you weren't here for the beginning, Blue Hero, but at the very beginning of the game I said, I hope you enjoy this initial abbot and this initial little thing, because this is as good as the game gets. And I wasn't joking. This game declines in quality the whole way through the game. So the very first chunk of the game is the best part of the game. Wow, there is a of course there's a Prima guide for this. That doesn't surprise me. That is so interesting, because I actually looked for one. I'm guessing they just didn't have one in stock where I was, because this was a little bit before Amazon. I know that's hard to imagine a time before Amazon, but back in the day we had to go to bookstores. It's like a place you walk into, and in there it has books within the store, and you could physically grab the book and check it and see, you know, if it has what you want in it, and then purchase the book on the spot. It's just yours. You can just take it home. It was a unique concept. It's kind of... I'm sorry, I'm being a dick. I apologize. Oh my god, this dungeon. Would anyone like to argue that this dungeon does not deserve a negative? Real talk. I'm in a mood to be argued down from negatives. I've given plenty. You're gonna have to actually earn it. That's how that works. I'm using a map, by the way. Just to look at this. This is just this is literally just one long. There's not even any enemies here. Just one. It could be worse. If we die at this point, we have to start over on Falkenstein. I would like you to really think about that. This is where the penalty for failure really comes in, by the way. I kind of hinted at that earlier. The penalty for failure doesn't really matter until later game, when you have dungeons that take like 40 minutes just to walk through. So, in the first town, our motive was to make travel safe. In our second, for people, for like the townsfolk. In our second town, we were trying to make travel safe for the people in town. In the third town, we're trying to make travel safe for the pirates. I'm not making that up. You literally can see the dialogue on the screen. So, let's go make the world a safer place for pirates. So, Water Dungeon. You may have noticed the pace of events in this game has sort of sped up. And that's mostly because of the fact that, well, I feel like I've said this 17 times during this particular review, but the problems with the game get worse over time. And the game feels more and more rushed the further we get into it. That's the third boss. That's it. That was the third dungeon, which we just walked through. In fairness, the Blue Cave is probably the third dungeon. But you get my point. We're already at the third boss. Think about the first boss, and then think about the second boss, and then here we are at the third boss. This is especially for you, Mr. Red. You ready for this? You occasionally are like, you know, Lore, I want you to play this boring, slow, terrible game. And I'm like, no. And you say, but it'd be funny. I would like to give you tangible evidence. I like to show my work for why I tend to say that sort of thing. So I submit to you why I tend to say that sort of thing. Yep. It's over here. There it is. And, ignore the camera just clipping through the wall. But, to use the obvious contrast, Ocarina of Time, Hyrule Field, has very obvious landmarks that you can see from anywhere in Hyrule Field. Like, you can always see where Death Mountain is. You can usually see where actually the Hyrule Castle is. I just noticed this is hurting like hell. Wow! Holy crap, I did not see how much that was hurting. Excuse me. Our fiefdom owes its prosperity to a great nobleman named Hosen Stryker. Our present queen, Deanna, rules the castle. Oh my god, Troy! I mean, she is literally royalty, so... okay, yeah. I love how much I have to run into a wall to finally figure out that I have to open it. And by wall, I mean door. Open the door! Oh my god, is this... There we go, there we go. No matter, Fargo stands between you and your quest, and he cannot be avoided. Yes, that is absolutely a true statement. That is the truth. What? Fresh reminder. I'm playing on original hardware here. Oh my god, where the hell is this? Where am I? Where am I? Okay, I'm not that far back. I mean, I did lose some. That's not a good sign. You know, as long as it's not garbage, I'm in favor of ports because I have this issue. If I want to stream FF7 right now, I've got options. I can pull it up on the PC, on the Switch, on my PlayStation. I can hook my PSP up to my computer if I wanted to. I can emulate it on the PSP, emulate it on the PS1, or hook up my PS1 version. I got all the options there because of ports. You know what I mean? And that's obviously relevant for me and my job, because streaming. But it's also relevant just for playing it, too. Because obviously, while streaming is kind of a motivator here, if I just, for some reason, wanted to play Quest 64, I would have to run that risk of emulation issues or N64 issues. You know? So, Javan says, do I want a modern port of this game? You know what? As weird as this may sound, Javan, the answer to that question is yes. And you know why. You understand why. I don't have to explain myself on this. For example, I don't enjoy standing around letting those rabbits beat on me or the blood jellies beat on me for hours on end. But someone out there may enjoy just being like, hear that damage effect. And there's probably someone in the world who enjoys doing this. I don't know who, but I'm sure there's someone who enjoys doing that. No, welcome to hell, Mr. Red. Population. Ow. Population. Us, I suppose. Let's see what we can do with Avalanche. Absolutely nothing. That's always cool. I like doing nothing. Really, that's actually one of my favorite things to do. I have so much free time in my life that I just really prefer to accomplish absolutely nothing! Oh my god! Did you see that? Hey, there we go. And then they're dead. Yeah, RNG. In case I have to make my point, RNG. Okay, that ends there, so this is still going forwards. Hang on, I need a little more light. There we go. And this appears to be forwards. Okay. We have successfully continued going the direction we wanted to go, I think. I'm not even 100% about that. But I think we are currently moving forwards. I'm gonna laugh when we get to the boss and die. And by laugh, I mean I'm gonna cry, and then rip out my teeth, and shove them into my eyes so I can eat them later. Oh my god! You know what's funny is the only spell you would the only cheat you would technically need in a game like this is infinite mana. I mean, there's other ways you could cheat. Oh, we got her. We got her. Thank you, Sausage Sammy. Yeah, whew. Okay, okay. Still going east. Yep, that's what I thought. This is an infinite loop desert dungeon. Let's save that for tomorrow. Let's just know. We'll deal with that tomorrow. I'm gonna go recover. I'll see y'all tomorrow. So, today, Kirby will be playing the part of me, Mr. Runner. So, clunk. It's time to wake up. Okay. This morning I'm going to have bacon, eggs, and potatoes. Pretty standard breakfast. Gonna go and get my exercise on. It was actually a bit longer exercise than usual, so I didn't get that much theater work done this morning. I got one roll in, and that's it. Okay. Let's see. What am I playing today? Because I love my job, and I love waking up, and... Oh, right. I'm playing that today. And that was my morning. Oh, thank God. Please tell me my save was there, because I'm going to be upset if it isn't. I'm just going to throw something into the wall. Who's ready to speedrun? You'll notice we're a little stronger than we were a minute ago. We'll look at that donation in just a second. I want to save before like my universe explodes. Before a freaking lightning bolt, because there's a storm going on right now, crashes through the ceiling live on camera. Hey, Shannon. Oh wait, we can see how attractive she is now. Oh yeah, that's... Oh my God, she has cleavage. I have never seen that before. You see it? It's painted on, but you see it right there? Oh yeah, let's actually hang on. So let's see what Avalanche does. Yeah, we just beat the crap. I'm telling you, we need to get the Doom music going again. And we're just picture us brutally, horrifyingly, violently killing everything in our way with our stick. Just picture it, because that puts a smile on my face. So there's, oh my God, you can see she has. I've never noticed this before. They separately animated her chest polygons. You see that? They're moving separate from the rest of her body. Oh my God. Yes, we have found the... Damn it, game! We have found the origination of jiggle physics. That's not true, because they're in Super Mario RPG. That's not a joke. For those of you not aware. I might have gotten turned around at some point, I'll be completely honest. By the way, the final dungeon's a cave. Kind of. No reason, I just wanted to share that. I want you to suffer. I want you to suffer with me. We will suffer together. Like, you've heard of that saying, we will go together. It's a slightly different variation on that. We will suffer together. Cum Guardian! What was it that accidentally called him the Cum Guardian? C-O-M-E, obviously, but still. This is the enemy Cum Guardian. You may or may not have noticed that we're still going. Because what we actually need to... I keep slowly talking because I keep waiting for the end to be like the next turn. That's definitely the next turn is where the exit's gonna be. Maybe it's the next turn will be the exit. Maybe if I turn left, I'll see the exit for this dungeon. Oh my god! Was it Game Rant? Okay, that was the one I was referencing then, because I saw someone referencing it. Oh my god! Does this dungeon never end? Oh my god! We're still... We've already beaten the boss of this place and everything! But that's not... Okay, that's where I came from. Okay, just making sure. And this is another thing, and I feel... So someone yesterday at the beginning of the day says, does this game get a plus for pushing the limits with regards to graphics? No, it does not, and I want to explain why. This game has larger fields, larger zones than Ocarina of Time by a huge margin. I can prove that because we're still going through this one zone. We have not hit a loading screen since we entered this place. Right? So it's pushing the limits of how large of a zone you can have loaded at one time. But that's not impressive by itself. It's what you do with it that makes it impressive. Making one really long corridor is not interesting or engaging or good game design. Ah, it's all over for me. So many things I wanted to do, and now there's no time. All I can do is just stand here in this one spot, doing nothing. Sorry. I've caught NPC-itis. He's right there, there we go. A shadow has fallen on the city. King Bagus brings pain and anguish to all. He has rounded up and jailed many who rose against him. It's even possible your father's in prison, if he tried to challenge the king's powers. Reminder, this is effectively the main villain of the game. And, we just heard about him once prior to this. And then we get here, and all of a sudden it's King Bagus this and King Bagus that. And I'm pointing that out because screw this story. Now, credit to this room. I'm saying that in a room that doesn't have the texture, of course. Credit to this room for actually having some variety and showing the cannons that are shooting outside. Hey, cool. Then, we go back to this. And this is the dungeon, by the way. I know we've been pseudo-joking and pseudo, haha, FF13. No, this is the dungeon. It's a hallway. It's no longer a turn of phrase or a figure of speech or a metaphor. It's a hallway. And yes, thank you, Damashi, it is, of course, the exact same hallway copy-pasted. Don't worry, there's a worse example of that later. In the last dungeon. So this is guilty. I have just been using you to experiment. Now give me all the magical powers you have obtained. I'm sorry, who are you? Who's this guy? His life was in danger. He tried to stop me, although he couldn't lift a finger. Why does he trouble himself so? I don't understand. You can't escape this room. You'll have to move forward if you want to rescue your father. You don't have a choice. Your fate and your father's fate are in my hands. Do as you're told. Okay, so that's extremely confusing dialogue. But young me is thinking, okay, so in order to rescue Dad, he's beyond this door, right? I should probably talk to this NPC, though, whoever this is. Brian, how'd you find me? How did you get here? Quick, run for it. This place is a trap. You must have been lured here by that evil puppet Shannon. Even Bagus was taken in by her cunning. The L-Tail book is much more than even I thought. Oh, ag. That's our dad.
You're my dad! Wookie, wookie, wookie!
I should probably mention at this point that they never name him. So the fact that his name is Bart doesn't mean anything to us. By the way, I want to point out one other thing. Remember, and I know I already said this, but this really needs to be re-emphasized. I've turned down the fog, and I've turned up the brightness. Now, I want you to picture what this would look like on the actual N64. They are quite literally copy-pasting entire zones and Legoing them together to make the last dungeon longer. We've played so many games where you can feel the developers racing for the launch window, but I've never played a game where I can actually just picture the developers going and just racing to push the game out as quickly as possible as this one. Yeah, this actually comes up when it comes to writing specifically. There's a difference between taking inspiration from something and plagiarizing something. And this is actually a fairly gradient gray discussion. It really is. But it's really easy to define the plagiarizing thing because you don't change or add anything. You have copy-pasted. There you go. So, unfortunately, it looks like Takoida wins. Here's his first bit of dialogue. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, 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 ha. Ha, 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 ha. Good to see you, Master Brian. We've been waiting, and waiting, thanks to the curse of the magician Epona. I've been shut up in this prison for 1,000 years. My wait is now over. You're the one who can set me free. Give me wings. I will be free. My time has come again. You have released me from my prison. And just to show my gratitude, I will not let you suffer. Ha 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 ha. By the way, he only has 3 attacks. And he's dead. Why am I dying? Why is this flesh decaying? Oh, why am I dying? Life. I hated it. This. Death. Peaceful. Sleep. And we beat the game. Mammon has been destroyed, but I am still here. But why? Was I not bound to Mammon for eternity? Master Brian, is this your doing? I didn't do jack, lady! I don't know why the monastery is floating in the air. Before Brian's eyes, peace had slipped farther and farther away, and the world of Mammon emerged. Mammon, driven by unprovoked jealousy, usurping the brightness and uniqueness of human life. But the sacredness of the life force can never belong to Mammon, and Mammon has been returned to the darkness from which it sprang. Only a few people know Sultan was saved from disaster by a young magician's apprentice. The people can now return to their peaceful daily lives. New towns rise from the ruins, completely reborn. Even those who are injured or hurt are made whole again, somehow. Once more, the people are blessed with the warmth of fire, the wind's caress, cool water, and the fruits of the earth. The world will prosper forever as long as people stay close to the four forces of nature and balance, and as long as they walk hand in hand, the end. And that is it. That's the ending. So, by the way, you notice you can see the dividing line in the texture in the background because it doesn't actually loop properly? Just watch it. Oh, it's on the right side now. It's going to be on the left in a minute. Give it a second. There it is. You see it? You see that dividing line there of where the texture wasn't properly patterned to loop? Can I admit something before we tally this up a little bit? I was hoping at the back of my mind that somehow, just somehow, we would actually get through this game and do the audit and we'd come up with a positive. That was actually I know this sounds so stupid. I was hoping for at least one positive. But I can't think of any. -9 to gameplay. -40. Sorry, I said that. -9 to story. -40 to gameplay is the final score there. But yes, without exaggeration, without memeing, with putting actual thought and analysis and work and time into this, this game sucks. I have beaten this game 1.5 times without cheats. And, you know, I'd like to say that's an accomplishment. I'd like to say I feel proud of that, but I don't. Probably more than 1.5 times. We were reasonably close to the end. This game, and I want to stress this, I'm actually surprised. I really didn't think it would be this bad. I really did. So, now time to play through the game again.